Less than 90 minutes to the latest GDP numbers expected to show that the U.S. economy grew at a rate of 1.2% last quarter. Many economists, though many Americans see the economy slowing. A new poll by The Guardian by Harris shows 56% of Americans wrongly believe the country's in a recession, and 49% say unemployment is at a 50-year high, even though it's near a 50-year low. CNBC senior economics reporter Steve Liesman joins us with more on what consumers are saying versus what they're actually doing. Hey, Steve.
Good morning, Joe. Yeah, while a majority of Americans say the economy is in recession, they're acting and spending much more like it's an expansion. CNBC looked at several key consumer indicators and found while there is some slowing out there, nearly all these indicators are much closer to expansion than they are contraction. Take inflation-adjusted consumer spending, the most obvious one. During recessions, we went back to 1980, it slows to 0.2%. Expansion, 3.2. Over the past year, it's averaged 2.29. So a slow expansion, but still much closer to expansion. How about revolving credit, the willingness to take out and use credit? Recession, 1.9%. Expansion, 7.9%. Currently, over the past year, it's averaged 7.6%. We found the same too for vehicle sales, new home sales, air travel, and capital spending by businesses. None of this says many Americans aren't struggling with high prices, but it shows that at least on average, the actions are not necessarily matching the downbeat attitudes. I talked to Jan Niffen. He's one of our favorite retail experts. He tells me it's a bad time to be a politician, but hey, it's not so bad to be a retailer. That said, we are looking for a downgrade or a slowdown in Q1 GDP this morning. Q4, 3.4. First print came in at 1.6 on Q1. Now it's coming down to 1.2. The markdown is coming from somewhat slower, but still decent consumer spending and a bigger trade deficit. Meanwhile, the Atlanta Fed pegging Q2 at an accelerated 3.5%. One of the best explanations for the downbeat attitude comes from Joe Busuelis of RSM. He tells me, for a normal person, recession means I either have more or less discretionary income. And with gas and food prices up, it means less discretionary income. So for many, it is a recession. Add to that growing political biases in people's attitudes towards the economy, an overlay of geopolitical turmoil, housing is very expensive, and you have high interest rates. That may be the recipe for negative views on the economy, guys, that seem for the moment to have more impact in the political arena than they're having in the actual economy. Joe?
Steve, are we going to say, wow, it's much that the number is surprising because it's stronger than we thought? Or could it be below 1%? You know what goes into it. So I'm sure you know the different components. You know how it's probably totally unlikely, given what we know, that it would be under 1%. It's totally unlikely it would be 2%, Steve?
I don't think it's going to go to 2%, Joe, because the data we have from the Census Bureau tells us that retail was softer than originally estimated. That said, that's all on the good side. We have just really lousy data on the service side. And then, there's a puzzle I'll throw at you. One of the reasons why we're going to have a slower consumption, or a slower GDP number, is because imports were up. Does that tell you the economy is weak, or does it tell you it's strong? Imports can be a sign of confidence on the part of retailers and other sellers that they're going to be able to sell those goods, so they bring more stuff into the country. What we're going to look at this morning, Joe, is going to be the insides of the economy, what's happening to consumers and what's happening to businesses. And we're kind of going to put to the side the inventory and the trade numbers and really gauge the strength of the economy that way.
Is the economy downshifting, Steve, in your view, finally?
I think there is some slowing going on, Joe. From what I'm seeing, you had that slower jobs report. You have some slower retail sales. I think there is some slowing going on. I'm curious about the Atlanta Fed GDP number. It's early days. They tend to be really hot out of the box, and then they come down as the quarter goes on. So we're watching that. We'll do our own rapid update after there's a bit more data on the second quarter. But you really want to, most economists have looked through this Q1 number because of the impact of inventory and trade. If we see consumption really slowing, if we see businesses really slowing, and I really like that conversation. It's something, by the way, I mentioned a couple months ago. You were talking about this idea that maybe there's this shift from other investment spending, for example, software, into AI, that AI is soaking up some of this. We might have seen some of that in some of the other data out there, which is something to watch, which has real specific corporate impact, but also potentially a macro impact.
So we get a PCE number too. Is that going to be?
That's tomorrow.
I know,
yeah,
but it was trending down.
We'll get the quarterly inflation.
What are you expecting? Is it going to be? This would be like the second, like cooler reading after we had a series of hotter readings after we had a bunch of cooler readings. So are we going to
cool?
What's it going to be?
Cool, but not cool enough, Joe. Cool, but not cool enough. I think we're looking at a. Hang on, I didn't get it. Hold on, I'll give you 1 second. I'll give you the estimate for tomorrow. It's 2.7. So we're down on the core goes from 2.7 to 2.8. So down 10. So it's cooling, but not as fast as it was cooling last year. But I think the key here, Joe, we know what this number is. What we want to see is whether or not the components that were kind of accelerating and may have been backing up this idea that we had these, beginning of the year price hikes that have now worked their way through the system, if that really was the case.
Okay. All right, Steve. I'm just constantly we're getting kind of. I guess that's the way everything works. Up 3, back 2. It never is a straight line. We'll be back to thinking we're okay tomorrow, or we'll be back to thinking we got.
Joe, I feel like you're very nervous, Joe. I'm hearing in your
I'm nervous about a hike
and
eventually. I'm worried the next thing could be a hike. That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about that the next could be a hike, not a cut. I don't know why they're so sure it's going to be a cut.
That's why
I
the
think
market's
it's
moving.
Thursday, Joe. We're on the verge of summer. I think you should relax a little bit, Joe.